What it do, baby boos? It is Friday, whatever day that is. I am going to attempt a weekend vlog. I say attempt because it cannot be relied upon. I just realized that I filmed footage of me cleaning out and decluttering our pantry, and I didn't even put it in a vlog. So I might just have to throw that footage in here so you can see that I did it, but it was a mess. I got rid of stuff, so I'm still getting rid of things here and there. I'm just not following the 30-day plan. So this morning we just had breakfast and Andrew went into work, so I'm gonna clean out my fridge because I need to. I have a lot of, I tend to sometimes get Tupperware where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna save this, I'm gonna save this, and then I'm looking for my Tupperware and it's in my fridge, so I need to like just throw that stuff out, wash that out. So I've got some stuff I already started taking out, but I also, where is it? Oh, I also am making 2 batches of ice cream, if you want to see that invigorating process. Look at, oh, is she glowing? Maybe it's sunscreen. Also genetics. I can't believe in that moment I missed the opportunity to go, maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's sunscreen. It's a combination of both, but that's what I should have said. Thank you, mama. But okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to put you down so I can get this thing out of the thing. Ooh, don't look at my boobies. Okay. This may be Red Bull's best flavor. It is peach. Oh! They stopped selling them and then I saw them the other day and they're so good. I mean, I would need, the only other one that rivals it is the pomegranate that was out around Christmas. But I would need to try them side by side to determine which one's the best. But this peach, I'm obsessed. I just got it out of the freezer, so it's gonna be slushy. But I did a bunch of video stuff yesterday. I like submitted to a sponsor. So the only thing I want to do today, either today or tomorrow, really, is this weekend. I just need to get captions done for 2 videos that I already have filmed and edited. I need to make a thumbnail for one, but just so I can schedule them and get them up early for patrons. But I need to read today. Obviously, I'm gonna clean up my fridge, and those are the big things. I have been reading this week. I will tell you about that. I'll tell you about it as I'm making ice cream. It'll be easier than as I'm cleaning out the refrigerator. So I'm going to, oh my God. Oh, I need a straw. That's perfect. That's perfect. So I'm gonna do that. I don't know how much of the showing you the fridge I can, how much of the fridge cleaning I can show you. I also didn't bring my tripod down here, so it's just dependent on whatever I can balance you on. You're literally balanced on a box of cake mix. So, happy Friday, weekend vlog time. Woo! Okay, I don't know if there's a good setup for me and I have the pot in the thing, but you're just gonna see the pot, okay? I read stuff this week. What did I read? I don't remember. On Sunday, I finished The Charm Offensive, which was in my last vlog. And then I know I read, I finally read Arsenic and Adobo, and I really enjoyed that one. Cozy Mystery, it was what I got with Book of the Month last year, and I thought it was really fun, and the Filipino aunties were giving me life, and I thought following the main character was very fun, and I thought there was gonna be a romance, but there wasn't. But also with her trying to like solve the crime. I found that the cozy mysteries I've read, I'm like, I don't know, I don't really like, obviously they're not real, right? But like somewhat realistic, and I felt like this one was. And I loved her relationship with her friend, and yeah, I just had a good time. I mean, it's not like the most amazing thing I've read, but I had fun. I listened to the audio, which I loved, and I gave it a 3.75, run it up to a 4. What else did I read? Wow, I thought I had read multiple things and now I can't remember. Oh, I also read Catfishing. No, I read the second one after Catfishing on Catnet, and that was Chaos on Catnet, and I really love that one too. I will say that this one took a little longer for me to get into because I was like, they introduced the new character into this one, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about her. And the second one also is dealing with like this evangelical culty religion. I was like, not expecting that. And the ending felt too rushed. Like, I was like, what? We're just gonna end right there? Like, I need to know where this person is, where this person, like, just a little bit more of a wrap up. But I don't know, it's kind of hard to say what happens in this one since it is a sequel. But Chaos or Catfishing on Catnet, basically this girl and her mom are on the run. They're constantly moving from small town to small town because trying to elude her dad. And she has like this online community where she has these friends, and then something happens to her mom, so she kind of has to be on the lam because now her mom's in a hospital and has to, like, you know, give away pertinent information which she's been hiding for years. And in the second one, there's a new character introduced who's from this evangelical religion whose mom has gone missing, and she is convinced that, you know, someone took her mom, something happened to her, and like someone else in her family is like, no, she probably just ran away and left you. And so then Steph, who's the main character from the first one and in this one, I'm trying to help her figure out what happened to her mom, and then also a friend that she hasn't been able to get in contact with, and again, her online friend group is there to help. There is a sentient AI in both stories, which I love. And this one involves is there another AI? So yeah, just really enjoyable, fun, young adult science fiction mystery kind of books. And I would love a third one, but I think that's it. So far, you know, as was published now, I think that's it. But let's move. I forgot that I'm not filming on my phone, so I can look at Goodreads and see if I read anything else. But it feels like, no, that's it. Wow, those are the two. I thought I had read more stuff. I thought I had read more. And I had not, so that's what I've read. Andrew and I also finished the limited series of Keep Sweet on Netflix that was about the FLDS, so the fundamentalist Mormons. And look, because of Mara, I've been doing a deep dive recently into Mormons, but like mainstream Mormons. But I've always, you know, just had a morbid curiosity, I guess you would say. Like, I used to watch the show Escaping Polygamy, and so I like knew, and I feel like there was some other documentary I probably watched. So I like knew stuff about this group, but there was some stuff in there that I didn't know, dealing with like Warren Jeffs. And just so disgusting. It was only 4 episodes, and I was like, God damn it, more! But I watched that, and then my friend was telling me about this other documentary on Hulu about this, it's called The Deep End, I think, with this like fake ass wannabe spiritual guru lady. And I guess she's, I mean, I think she's fake as shit. I know she is. But she has probably millions of people who follow her worldwide, and seems to be not all there in the mental. But I only watched 1 episode of that so far, so I'll probably continue that, but that's it. Been doing some simming. I did start what will be the last one of those book of the month books, which is called like What Comes After, I think. I think it's a mystery, and I started the audio. It came in from the library yesterday, and so I was like, oh perfect, I'll listen while I play The Sims. And I don't know if it's just like, it's got a really unique narrative structure, and I'm just like lost. And I obviously have the physical book, so I'm like, maybe I should try to read the physical book and see, because right now I'm like 12% into the audio, and I'm just like, what is going on? There's different timelines and different perspectives. I'm just really confused, and I don't know. But maybe I'll try to read the physical and see if I care. And if not, DNF it, and then I'll be done with those Book of the Month books that were on my June TBR, and I can go put them in the little free library. So we're just gonna have to keep moving, aren't we? No. I'm still reading Babel, which is so good, but I'm like savoring it. Also, I'm annotating it, so that takes some time, and just in between trying to read other things and record and edit and stuff. I haven't gotten, like, I wish I had finished it, but I haven't yet. And then I also, so last night I was like, I have been doing a terrible job. Wow, you can't even see, I'm so sorry. But I'm pouring this milk into the eggs slowly so the eggs don't cook. Okay, so anyway, I was in the Discord and catching up with some messages from my patrons that were reading The Killing Moon by N.K. Jemisin, and I have, you know, I'm trying to read a bunch of things at once, so I had only gotten like maybe 20 some pages, and I hadn't read it in a while. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start from the beginning, and I would like to read 50 pages tonight. That was last night, and it was going well, and then I got sleepy. So I think I got to like page 20 something, maybe 21, and then I fell asleep. So I don't know what it is. I feel like it's me and not the book. I'm gonna try again today. I would like to read some of Babel and some of The Killing Moon, because I need to get those read, especially The Killing Moon. Some of my patrons are already about to be finished. I'm like, dang, y'all are fast. It doesn't look like I'm gonna get to Infinite Jest this month. I was too hopeful, but I'm just gonna put that off for July so that I can focus on these. So I need to read, obviously Babel's not a need, but I wanna finish it this month. We go on our last trip, I think we leave the 29th. So I would like to finish Babel, finish The Killing Moon. I don't have a lot of time because what is it? What is that, like 10 days? Oh my God. I would like to finish Babel, finish The Killing Moon. I need to start and finish Ninth Reign. Oh my God. That one's not super long though. And I don't think, I haven't heard that it's very dense. So, and then I still, oh my God. I still haven't finished Red Famine or The Gates of Europe. They're just like, I don't know, like I've read dense nonfiction before, but I don't know if it's the way these are told. Like The Gates of Europe is very much a history book, and that's why I don't think I can listen to a lot at one time, because like I'm listening to it, I'm getting the information, but I don't know if I'm absorbing it well, even with the physical book. And then with Red Famine, I feel the same. Like it's more of a narrative story, but I don't know, it's still just not like reeling me in normally like the nonfiction would. So I need to finish those. The live show is July 9th. So we'll get back from our trip on the 7th. So that doesn't leave me a lot of time. And nonfiction is not something I want to take with me on a trip. I usually don't bring a physical book because I buy books when I travel. So I usually will only just have an ebook, and I rarely will listen to audio when I travel. Because, you know, I usually just will read maybe a little bit on the plane, but I usually sleep because of Xanax. And then I'll read like at the end of the night. I'll read a little bit on my Kindle. So anyway, needless to say, I really thought too highly of myself for June. Thought I was going to get all this reading done. But also last week, I only read one book because I was just such a weird mood. And now I'm back in a reading mood after reading a couple short things that one was not on my TBR, and at least two were not on my TBR, and one was. I feel like I'm just talking a lot. Anyway, I'm just stirring this over the heat until it gets thick enough to coat the spatula, and then I put it back over this ice bath into the heavy cream, and I mix it to cool it down, and then I'll put in the cake mix, because my favorite is cake batter, and so I'm making one for myself, so I'm using yellow cake mix, just my classic cake batter, but my friend Jonathan wants me to try with strawberry cake mix, so that's what I'll be doing. But there's catching up on my reading. My TBR is not going as planned, but I have read some of the books on my TBR, so you know it's not all lost. Anywho's a doozy. Yeah, I guess I'll check back in later. Tell the people hello, sleepy boogie. Okay, batter is in the fridge, or mix. I don't know what you want to call it for the ice cream. I let them sit in there for at least 4 hours. You can leave it overnight as well, but I'm gonna just do 4 hours to make sure that. Oh, I'm so sorry. Make sure they're good and cold. So, no banoons. We're laying down. We're laying down, Banunu. Oh, that's my water bottle. All right. So, I have my Precious here. And then I also have the Killing Moon. I feel bad that it's not my Precious, but I haven't gotten far enough. So I want to read Babel. So that means I'm going to start with this one. My hands are asking me to put some lotion. Because I need to get to at least page 50. So I'm going to start with the Killing Moon. Do my own little reading sprints. I'm gonna set a timer for 45 minutes to see how far I get. Then I might get up, let Nigel go outside, tidy up I didn't wash my dishes just now, but I'll tidy them up. And we'll see. There you go. Good boy, you make you so beautiful. It probably would help if I read sitting up, but that's not gonna happen. Who reads sitting up? It gives me sociopath vibes. Okay. Wow, did I even? Jesus. I didn't even get to page. All right. Page 18 it is. Go me. I made it to page 48. Wow. That's where a chapter ended. I am confused. But I went in the Discord and a lot of people said at the beginning it's a lot. You get that they really didn't know what's going on. You're kind of just thrown into it. So I'm trying to get through it. I want to read, let's see how long the next chapter is. Maybe one more chapter. That would get me to page 62. And then I'll take a break to do my dishes because it's almost noon. Oh my god, time goes so fast. Because so if I do that and then I come back, maybe I could get to 104 is the end of a chapter. If I could get to 104 today, that would be great progress. How long is this book? This book is about 400 pages, so that would be a fourth of the book done today. That is my ultimate goal. Today is to get to a page 104. So, yay me! Well, I survived, but wow, hot. So I threw my little recycling bag in the wash because it had some leakage from a Burr bottle, and that's funky. So just give this little trash can a little wipey down, keep her as fresh as possible. But yeah, now that my cake is done, but ice cream's still in the fridge, I'm gonna make myself a liquid IV for real because it's hot. Even with AC, it's like, we try to have it low, but it's not even, like, it's working overtime. So I'm gonna do that and drink that along with my water. Like, I mean, I guess you could drink it in place. I mean, you're adding water. You're drinking water with it, but also, like, even when I make any kind of flavored water, whether that's Crystal Light or whatever, I always have that plus my regular water. I usually at least have 2 beverages at all time. if not 3. And Andrew thinks I'm ridiculous. I'm like, I like options, sir. This is the 3rd flavor that I have. So I've tried the acai berry, the passion fruit, which were both really good. And now, hydration multiplier. This is lemon lime. So let's see. Do I feel like putting it in a glass? Yeah, I'm hot, so I'm going to. And anytime this freaking oven is on, it gets so hot in here. Even with the air on, there's a vent in here. Even if I close like the door, because there's 2 doors. Oh!
I really wanted to get it right. Trying to find some balance in my life.
There it is. Okay, we're gonna try. Oh. Why do I keep making a mess? Jessica! Hold up now. Okay, let's try the lemon lime. I just love this color of my Yeti. I like it. It's basically like if Sprite had electrolytes in it. Nigel, can we go inside? It's a little warm out here. Huh? I have made it to what's up? Page 95. I'm almost to my goal. Can we go in the house? Let's go. Let's go in the house. Come on. Come on. Yes. Thank you, Jesus. It's hot. Okay. I made it to my goal in the killing moon. Woo! I got to page, I think it's 104. And I'm definitely understanding more now. Like, I was really struggling in the beginning, but now I kind of understand where the story is going. I said kind of, because I'm still like, I mean, I think, I don't know how to explain it. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. But anyway, as you see, I'm a gourmet cook making some chicken nuggies for lunch. Andrew is back and is outside setting up the pool. We're gonna have a little pool day. And I think you're gonna have a nice little hoot when you see it. But I'm gonna make me a margarita. And I wanna read, I may read, I don't know. Oh snap!
Fast as fuck, boy.
Whoa! Whoa! Come on, Bubba, come cool off. Come on. Come on, get in. Get in. Get in.
No. Try to get another one.
Oh gosh. Are you tanning? I don't know if there's any sun.
Oh, we tanned up.
Yeah.
I started thinking I'm tagged in.
Oh god. Pull thanks. Isn't this cup cute though? Nigel. Yes. Nigel. Come get in your pool. No. Nigel, come get in your pool. Okay. Nigel, come get in your pool. I bought it for you. What you doing? So I hit my reading goals. So I'm upstairs playing The Sims and I'm trying, well, I am listening to Red Famine. I'm not really enjoying this one that much. And I know it's like a hard topic, but I'm just like the way it's being delivered, I think. So like the writing, But I got distracted per usual because this one's hard for me to focus on. I don't know why. But I just started thinking about how in about a month, maybe a month and a week, 4 to 5 weeks, because of course we still don't know the exact date we're leaving, that we will be back in America. And I've already started applying for jobs because sadly, you know, if we were staying overseas, I wouldn't have to get another job. But I am gonna have to. And it's just like, I don't know. It's making me cry because I truly don't want to go back. I'm already a pretty, you know, there's people who are like glass half full. I'm never that girl. I've been a pessimistic patty since I was born. And I've been trying to be better here. Sometimes that works, sometimes that doesn't. But I suffer from anxiety and depression. And I had been not great, like having a real low moments, whatever. And then we like added a medication that's helped, but like right around that time we found out where we were going, and it just like, oh my god, it didn't help. I've been trying to think of the positives, like there aren't many, but I've been trying to think of the positives. The sad thing is all the positives, the majority of the positives revolve around things that I can spend money on, which is not good because I don't need to be spending money. It's like, ooh, Target, ooh, Zaxby's, ooh, like things to spend money on. I haven't worked, you know, a 9 to 5, 8 to 4, whatever job that since I quit my job June 2019 before we moved here in July 2019. And I was miserable doing that job. And I might be going back into that industry because they're hiring and they pay well. And I just don't have a lot of experience doing a lot of things. Like everything I've done has always been, even in different industries, has always been the primary focus is, sorry, my nose, customer service. And I don't know if you're new here or not, but I don't like people. Like I really don't. I'm an introvert. I like to be in the house. I don't like people. Granted, these positions, like the job I did was like out and like I had to go out and talk to people, but like this one would be remote, but I still would like have to talk to them. I'm just hoping, I don't know, I'm like, can we increase this dosages of these medications? Because working truly makes me miserable, and that plus being in America in the South with all of this bullshit legislation going on with constant shootings, like I don't know if I'm gonna be okay. So there was my sad rant for the vlog, but I'm gonna go now so I can just cry. Okay, these are the ice creams. For some reason, this one made a lot more than this, even though we have the same amount. So like, there's hella, but this is what he wanted. He wanted the strawberry mix with some of the cake and the frosting. So that's his, all super full. And then this is just my regular birthday cake one. I put it in the deep freezer because usually I like to set a fully overnight to get really firm. But anyway. It doesn't look super pretty there, but I think it'll taste good for him. And then of course mine. Deliciousness. So I got these little containers off Amazon that I put my ice cream in. And voila! Why is this one uneven? Lord have mercy.
Three, two, one, bang.
Morning, top of the morning. Sorry, my last thing you saw of me probably was me borderline crying. Welcome to the life of a Pisces. So it's Saturday. We were both up very late. I don't think I went to sleep till after 4. I don't know what time he went to sleep because I was upstairs. He was downstairs playing his game with his friends, like Xbox. And so I don't know. He probably didn't go to sleep till 5. Who knows? Who knows? So Nigel wouldn't let me sleep in, of course. And so got up, got Nigel situated. Andrew made me waffles. I love waffles. And then he was like, I'm going back to sleep. So he went upstairs to go to sleep. And so I really do need a nap, but my friend's coming to get his ice cream. And so I want to tidy up a little bit. I think I'm going to start a load of laundry. Wash some towels, maybe. Or whatever. Start a load of laundry. I'm going to vacuum. I've been getting back in my daily vacuuming. That's for a while I wasn't. But it just makes me feel better when I vacuum daily. And I need a Swiffer in the kitchen because when I was making the ice cream, the floor got sticky. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna read. So what was I gonna say? Yesterday, like I said, I hit my goal in both books. And then last night, after I was talking to y'all and I had a good cry, I was like, because I was trying to listen to Red Famine. So I stopped listening to that. I went on the script and I found a short novella audiobook by Christina C. Jones called Strictly Business or Strictly Professional. And I listened to that, which, I mean, it's Christina C. Jones, so it was great. I gave it 4 stars. Damn it, I'm just really bad at character names, especially when it's audio and I hear it instead of see it. But anyway, the gal was finished law school, and she was moving from where she was going to school, and she had this boyfriend but found out he was cheating on her. And so she moved to Atlanta where her uncle had a law firm, and but she did really well in law school and had like great recommendations, everything. So it wasn't just nepotism that got her into the law firm. And so she is moving to Atlanta against her family's wishes and her ex-boyfriend who keeps trying to get her back. And then the guy she meets at a bar. So she found a roommate online. Again, her parents are like, oh my God, how dare you? And she's out with them, and the roommate is with her boyfriend, and she was like, oh, all this lovey-dovey stuff is too much for me. So she went to the bar, have a drink by herself, and he saw her, and they started talking and exchanged numbers. And then the day when she finally goes into the law firm for her first day, the person that she's basically, because I don't know if you would call it apprentice, she's like a junior associate, so the person who's basically like her mentor for a year is him. And so of course they're like, oh well, shit, well, we shouldn't like, the book is called Strictly Professional, we should keep this professional, we shouldn't like go any further. But you know, they're working in close proximity, so you know what's gonna happen. So again, Christina C. Jones. So I love my favorite thing about Christina C. Jones is all of her characters. Every single story I've read from her, they all feel like legit real people that I can meet any day at the grocery store, or you know, meet just, you know, like sometimes books it really feels like a character and not a real person. Hers always feel real. Dialogue so authentic, always funny. There's always, even if they're not like typically a rom-com, there's always some funny moments in there. And so I will say, content warning for this one: domestic violence. Is it considered domestic violence? Is domestic violence only partner to partner? Or is it also domestic violence when it is like child, parent, parent, child? I don't know, but content warning for that. Her family is the worst, and so is her ex-boyfriend. But so those are really the obstacles they have to work through, trying to keep their hands off each other. And is it worth it to pursue a relationship and put their careers at risk? And then she's obviously dealing with her family, and he also just really hasn't been in any relationship anytime soon because he's been really focused on his career and trying to advance in the law firm. But I will say, my biggest complaint was there was only really like one sexy time. Sadness. But there's a second one. I think it might be like is that called a duology with romance? I think it's just 2 books, a duet maybe. I think they call it a duet. And so I do plan to read that one because I think it's also following them. Or I could be incorrect. I'm not sure. But anyway, it was Christina C. Jones, so it was great. So today, as far as reading, so like I said, I'm gonna do the tidying. My friend's gonna come get his ice cream, and also His name is Jonathan. He often watches Nigel when we're not here. He has a dog, Aurora, that you saw in that last clip. Anyway, we are going to dinner with him. I can't remember what the place is called, but we're going tonight at 6, but it's kind of far away. So, you know, me and my anxiety brain, I'm already anxious and dreading it. Not dreading it, but just like dreading it because I have to leave the house, but not dreading it because I don't want to go. But actually, I don't want to go. If you have anxiety, you understand. Like, I want to go, but I don't want to go. But I'm going to go because he made reservations. So he's like, this is one place, like, there's 2 places we have to go before y'all leave. So we're going. So anyway, so I'm trying to think of realistic reading goals with that in mind. Obviously we'll be coming back, but I don't know if I'll feel like reading when we get back because, you know, it'll be kind of later because we're going at 6. So we'll probably leave at 5. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm trying to think. So I think I want to finish this weekend. I don't know if that's possible though. So I have like 200 pages left. Yeah, I have like 200 pages left. So I would need to read 100 pages of this today and 100 tomorrow. So that's probably not possible, but I want to finish this before our trip, which is on the 29th. So that is possible. I'm just going to say that, but I would like to finish this sooner than later. And then also this. So I got to a page 104 yesterday. So maybe if I prioritize this one, because it has started making more sense, even though I still find it really hard to explain it. So maybe if I read another 25 or 50 pages, I can give y'all a better idea of what's going on here. So let's say if I was on 104, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Let's say like 60-ish pages. Let's see where that puts us as far as a chapter goes. Okay. All right, let's go this way. All right, so my goal, I'm gonna want to get through chapter 15. So that would be 105 to 170. What is that? 100, wait, no. 65 pages? Okay, I'm gonna try for 65 pages in this, and then whatever I can read in this today. If I get any reading done in this, that would be great. I mean, I would like to read 50 pages, but I won't put a number. I just keep rambling, but you know, I'm actually reading this reading vlog and I would like to finish something. Obviously I finished that romance novella, but I would like to finish one of these by the end of Sunday. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. Because Andrew is going on a work trip on Sunday, so it'll just be me and Nigel. So that might be easy because, you know, just be us two. I'd be talking to Nigel, but he don't be talking back. So anyway, there's my update for Saturday. Also, since I was up late last night, I was watching this TikTok and I've seen this TikTok trend and it's mostly gals who are doing this thing. And it's like, kind of this like, almost like an assisted handstand kind of thing on the wall. And I was like, let me try it. And I kind of did it. I may insert the clip here. I don't know if I want y'all to see it, but I'm like, I want to do it better. So I'm gonna try it again. Also, if I do insert the clip and you see all the white stuff on the floor, these walls, they have some kind of coating on them. I don't know. They make me feel like, it feels like chalk. Like it comes off on your clothes. It comes off on everything. And that's what's on the, like the pad, the mat in the kitchen or the dining room that you see in the clip. If I show you the clip. Okay, I think that's enough. We're almost at 10 minutes, so toodaloo. I forgot I had to edit captions for this video so I can put it up for Patreon. That's not how fetch works. I didn't even have a chance to grab it. I'm on I just finished page 139 and I am like, it makes more sense, but I'm struggling, I think, with like the writing style because I find that I have to like reread certain parts and then I'm just like not, I don't know, I'm just not vibing with it. So in this world, there are gatherers who basically, certain people who've been marked, I think, by like she, some kind of goddess, and they basically take their dream blood. But then there's also dream seed, and just think of seed, and that's what it is. And I think there's some other kind of dream something, and it's used to like heal people, I think. And so we have a gatherer that we're following, and on one of his missions it goes wrong, and he doesn't like peacefully get the dream blood. And so of course now he's like, I won't say in mourning, but he's like punishing himself. And then we have a new gatherer who's supposed to be his apprentice, and then there's this other lady, and then there's a prince, and then there's this alleged reaper who may have been a gatherer that's now gone rogue because people are dying, and not in the peaceful way of when a gatherer would take their dream blood. Like their faces look like their last moments were of terror. I think this is what, so I get that main plot. Like some people are like, this reaper exists, and other ones within this like gather priesthood kind of thing are like, no, it's made up. But I'm confused what the lady is. I'm confused what the lady is here for. Like, I can't remember. I don't know. This is why I had only got like 20-something pages, and I was like, okay, let me start it over again. And I did, and it has gotten more clear, because like the first 20, 30 pages, I was like, what? But I'm still struggling. So I don't know if this one's gonna be for me, but I'm gonna keep going. I wanted to get to like, what, 160 something, so I just have 20 more pages, and then I will have reached my goal for today. And then I don't know. I've been doing laundry, so I need to change out and put the towels in there, and then I'll probably take a shower. This day has flown by. It's already almost like 2 o'clock. It always flies by when I got something to do in the evening. So we need to leave by like 4:45 because it's far away, and sometimes there's traffic, even on a Saturday. So I don't have that much more time to lounge here in my bonnet and in my dirty sweatshirt. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe there'll be a turning point. Maybe like soon I'll start just being like, okay, I totally get it and I love it. Because right now I don't love it. Hey, boy.
What up?
Huh? What? You said what?
Me, you.
Oh? You're like, I'm gonna take a picture. I'm vlogging. Flowers. Yes. What'd you say?
Saying they're telling me to leave. I'm saying like, same thing with like barbershop. You go to a barbershop, they give you an espresso. And you're like, oh, I'm supposed to start drinking this. I just cut my hair, get a little Get a little dandruff in here too. Why the dandruff here?
Yeah.
The whole place is full of
Put that pinky away.
I am.
Nigel is about to get a pedicure for all of our sakes. We're gonna trim. Then we're gonna have to clean them bad boys, them pup heads. Looking dungy. Get in between them little toes with these. Put on a little cream. And we'll end with just a little overall body spray. Stop it.
Wish that someone could say it'll all be okay. Just listen to me as I say. Slow it down, dreams still yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth the while. You will make it in time. I never left a stone unturned, trying to find some love in this crazy world. I felt like I was never heard. All I wanted was to be loved.
Isn't that nice? Look at this one. Ooh. Yes. Is that so? Ooh, look. Ooh. Just give you a little spritz. Keep it fresh. Yes. Yay! Handsome Didi. Okay. Oof. I need to wash my hair today, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. Dairy Girls is one of the funniest shows in existence that has ever existed. Like, don't argue with me, argue with mama. Anyway, now we are chilling. I am going to read more of The Killing Moon. I did not read. I got to page like 160, I think, last night. Yesterday. I didn't read any of Babel. I did say I wanted to finish one of them this weekend. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I would like to finish The Killing Moon today. I don't know if that's gonna happen though, because I have like over 200 pages to read. But Princess is doing sprints tonight. I love Sunday night sprints. But anyway, I'm gonna read some of that. I don't know if I'm gonna actually finish anything in this vlog, but I did read though. You know what I'm saying? Okay, my arms hurt. Bye. Did you let your Kong roll under the couch? What, now I have to get it? Don't you bark at me. Ew, what was that? Can you get it? What is it, Snaggles? Where is it? Get it. Hmm? Okay. Here it is. Where is it? It's right there. Look, you can't get it? Nene, it's right there. You see it? Get it. Good job. Good job, boo-boo. Now why you always play with stuff? Go over here. Come over here. Thank you. Okay, so it is 9 something. Princess's Sprints are on. I just ate my dinner and I finished The Killing Moon. I don't remember if I came on here and said that. And I was going to, after I finished The Killing Moon, either pick up Babel or go back to this other book that I saw on Twitter, but they're both not happy books. They're pretty heavy. So I'm gonna read, I'm gonna start Legends and Lattes because my anxiety is so high today and that's what I need. So this is gonna be my closeout because I know I'm not gonna finish it tonight. I haven't started it yet, but The Killing Moon. I did finish a book this weekend and I'm glad I finished it. I did not love it. I think this was her first book she wrote, not published. And okay, that makes sense. I gave it a 3-star. Like, the premise of the whole, like, this culture with the religion where people kill for the religion and, they basically, you know, put these people to sleep peacefully with, like, into this dream world and they collect their dream blood. And that's used to, like, heal people. Cool. But I was confused for, like, a good first portion of the, like, 20%. I was confused for a good, like, 20% in the beginning. Then I started to make more sense, but I still, like, never felt very invested in the story, like, the plot. I wasn't connecting to any of the characters. So I just was like, okay, yeah, I want to see how this wraps up. And the last, like, 15-20% was, like, kind of more high speed, fast-paced, and interesting. And so I'm like, oh, okay. But I don't know. I just felt, I didn't hate it, but I wasn't like, oh my God, this is so amazing. So if the majority of my patrons who read it for the book club enjoyed it and want to continue, I will read the next one. If not, I don't know if I will, or at least not anytime soon. So there's that. So I finished one book. I'm going to start Legends and Lattes because I've heard it's a warm hug of a book and that is what I need. So that's going to be the end of this weekend vlog. So I'm just going to clean up my dishes and then cuddle with Nigel and read along with Princess's Sprints. But I hope you enjoyed this little weekend vlog I threw together. And I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you're just doing well. Am I? No. But I hope you are. So, yeah. You know, stuff. Look at my description. Join my Patreon if you want. Like, subscribe if you'd like to. Stay blessed, hydrated, moisturize, and sunscreen. And I will see you in my next one. Bye!